Bonjour, Stamper fans. Don't worry, you haven't stumbled onto a French demonstrator. My husband and I just started recently taking French on Duolingo, so there's a lot of words flying around the house. So, welcome to another Make It Monday. Thanks for joining me, whether you're watching live on Facebook or catching the replay either on Facebook or YouTube. I'm so glad you're joining me. I am Nan Gerlitz, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Bloomington, Illinois, and I'm here to help you make connections with your people, whether that's getting together to craft or you stamping things to share with them. It's all about making and deepening those connections. So let's get to it. Shift our view. So first of all, these were the cards from our Friday night Stampin' competition, which is a friendly competition that my husband and I do every week. And congratulations to Russ. Hello, Penny, on his winning turtle card this week. He did tell me last week that he was coming for me because I won 2 in a row. So, and he did manage to blow me out of the water this week. So, this is adorable turtle card, and I love the little fun fold. So you don't have the full front. You've got a little peekaboo of the inside. Always a winner. So, at least it was this week. And for those of you that don't know, I do refer to him as the Stamper Man all the time. So I am Stamper Nan. And so he actually dubbed himself my Stamper Man years ago. So that is how that came about. Woot, woot. All righty. So, but enough of that, right? We're going to make my card this week, as usual. So this is a fun little card because it's super simple. It's what we in the biz like to call take a sip, S-I-P, stamps, ink, paper. It's super, super simple. It's back to the basics, but best couple nickname ever. Woo, we win. And you guys are our Stamper fans. So, it's just, we're obnoxiously cute. But basically, taking a sip is great when you are starting paper crafting. So maybe you don't have a lot of supplies. This is just a great way to show that you don't need a lot of stuff, a lot of time, a lot of space, or a lot of money to do paper crafting. Take a sip, right? But I do have other versions that are stepped up to show you at the end of the video. So stick around for those, especially if you like to be more of an over-the-top stamper. I have things for you. All right. So for this particular week, I pulled out my color wheel, which is shown in our annual catalog, page 132, if you're looking for it. And on the opposite page, they'll give you some color theory. So monochromatic, complementary, analogous, and triadic combinations, which sounds very spooky and scary, but it's very laid out here, so it'll show you exactly what to do. So I chose complementary here, and Gorgeous Grape and Lemon Lime Twist. I took a slight bend there because I wanted to go really bright with the Gorgeous Grape. So I did the complementary across the color wheel for our color combo. So make sure you're using those resources that are free, right? As always, in my email every week, I give you a color combo suggestion. You've got the color wheel in the catalog, which even if you don't have a printed copy, is available on the website. So, and if you don't have a printed copy and you don't work with a demonstrator already, I'd be happy to put one in the mail for you. So let me know about that. Okay, let's get started, shall we? As always, I have put a full supply list in the video description, and I share the exact measurements every week on my email newsletter. So if you have not signed up for that yet, definitely do that. It comes out once a week. You get not only the dimensions and cardstock measurements for the card I do live, but also the other samples I'll show. I also share those in my weekly newsletter. So it's a good deal. Plus color combos and other great news. So lots of stuff to digest and work on in there. Okay, so I've got a skinnier piece of white here, and we're going to start stamping just right away. And I am actually going to use a little bit of my Post-it tape to kind of keep that still. Okay, and we've got our fun racing by, which I did. So our youngest grandboy, Harrison, turned 2 yesterday. He is super, super adorable. They all are, but you know, whatever, I'm biased. But predictably, we had 3 presents to wrap to bring, and I had enough happy birthday paper to wrap 2 of them. But we always keep a big roll of brown paper, just plain brown paper. So I pulled out this little beauty of a stamp set and made my own racing car paper for him. And it was super, super cute. So many people complimented it. Oh, Betty, our cute couple nickname of Stamper Nan and her Stamper Man, because we are sickeningly adorable. So, but I will say, like I said, Russ actually dubbed himself that years ago. So it's not like I'm forcing him. So we have talked very often about we need to get T-shirts made for the next convention. And then the back will, you know, I'll have Stamper Nan on the back of mine and he can have Stamper Man on the back of his. So that's how people will come to find us. And we will be famous throughout Stampin' Up! Land, right? Okay, so I found a little trick too when I was stamping my cars. I actually put the wheels right on the bottom of my cardstock. And then when I put my block on, I lined it up with like the next grid line down. So I know my block is straight. I know my wheels are straight, right? And when I go to stamp, I'll move it up a little bit. So just some Memento black ink for our outline. And so now I'm going to actually line the block up with the bottom. And that means that that car will be a little raised up. And then the next one I found, I could just line the bottom up with that car below it. And we had a little bit of space. And then I want to leave space for our greetings. So this one, I'm going to line that block up with the top of the cardstock. So now I have space for my greeting and everything is pretty straight. Definitely get shirts, yes. So this is my problem. Here's my ADHD coming out. I cannot decide on a logo or a font or all this other stuff for shirts. So this is why we don't have shirts yet. So I really just need to get that done. And I'm really close on a logo actually, because I have that craft fair coming up the beginning of November, and I want to have like some cards or stickers or something for the bags. And so I'm working on that. All right, let's get our inside car out. And we do have 2 choices on that. I don't know if you saw. So you've got the flames, which we're using tonight. And there's also the checkerboard star car insert. So I love these kind of 2-step stamping sets because you can go ahead and color the inside of your image without actually having to color the inside of your image. And, you know, for those of us that don't like to color, that's a very, very nice feature. Yes, you do need to use the grid more often. It is so, so helpful. All right, so here is another great tip for you guys. If you don't have a lot of ink pads, or if maybe you're stamping on the go, you're at a retreat or something and you didn't bring a lot of inks with you, this will make your ink pads go farther. It is a technique called either stamping off or generational stamping. Kind of just depends on who you talk to. So I'm going to take my inside guy. I'm going to take my gorgeous grape, which is such a bright, vibrant color and perfect for like race cars for kids and stuff. I'm going to stamp that in the first one. Without re-inking it, I'm going to stamp it into the second one. So that's second generation. And then without re-inking it again, I will stamp it on the third one. So I get a really, really light purple by that third one. After that, I don't think we'd get much. Hi, Joan. Thanks for joining us. Boy, it's nice and busy in here tonight. I like that. I will try to remember to watch comments. Last week, it was very quiet here in my stamp studio. So So yes, so generational stamping is great because you've got multiple tones of the same ink. So if you are, if you only brought a few inks with you and you want to kind of stretch them, make them go farther, or you only have a few inks, period, in your stash, you can make those go farther as well. I did the same kind of thing with our lemon lime twist and our wheels. And I used there's two different wheels you can use too, and I'll show you the other one on our other samples. But I did a straight full color and then the stamped off or second generation. But because this is a lighter color to start with, that got really light. Like ombre, exactly, Betty. Gold star for you. So then what I did was decided to stamp off. Brought no scratch paper with me. Silly, silly girl. Here, some over here. So I stamped off and then went with that second generation again on the top one, because this is such a light color that I didn't think it would show up third generation. So there we go. We've used, 3 ink pads so far, but we have like 4 or 5 different colors. Awesome use of our resources. Okay. And we are humming along here, let me tell you. So now we want to do our racing by to say happy birthday. There also is a way to go and a you got this. So this can be awesome for kids and adults alike. So don't be deceived that this stamp set is not just for kids. Although we got it because we knew our boys would love it, and they do. But our son-in-law also has done some autocross racing. So his birthday card this year was made with this stamp set. So it was proudly displayed in their house when we went. But that's one of those things too. So our grand boys are, 7, 5, and now 2. And so the older 2 especially, because they kind of know what's going on, we do send them cards every once in a while, even when it's not like their birthday or whatever, because, it's just fun. It's that great way of connecting, especially since they're a couple hours away now, so we don't see them every week like we used to. It's nice for them to think about us, let them know that we're thinking about them, all those kinds of good connection points, right? So, okay. Excuse me. A little bit of a cough there. I should take a drink of water. I don't know if you can see, but I've got my my Luna straw holder. I am obsessed with those Kinder eggs with the Harry Potter things in them. So Russ goes grocery shopping. He does the grocery shopping around here. And every week he kind of brings home a few for me. So I'm getting a collection. I have way too many Cho Changs, I'll tell you that. All right. So we're just going to center this as best we can. I really eyeball a lot of things. There are some things that have to, like if I'm doing a third kind of thing in the card, then I definitely want it to be exact as can be. I'm still human. So these little strips are a little harder. I want to make sure to keep the glue off of my hands. So I'm just using one of those awesome tweezers I have. I am a child at heart. Let's face it, I'm still 12. I readily admit that. So yeah, with the tweezers, it's nice because I can keep my hands glue free and get that placed right where I want it. And the liquid glue gives me a little bit of wiggle room. So if I don't get that quite up to the edge, I can scooch it over. So that is a really nice way, again, to make your cardstock go further, because instead of having that lemon lime layer be completely behind the white, I've just added the strips on the edge. So it not only makes our supplies go farther, but it also cuts down on the the thickness and the weight of this. So for postage, for mailing, it's a lot nicer as well. Yeah, so like that's literally the card, guys. We're going to do the inside. And so, okay, I got to read this. Kid at heart, that's right. See, and it's nice to be a kid at heart and just look like a fool, right? I mostly stopped caring about what people think of me. Not completely. I'm human. Thanks, Joan. Yeah, I do love this card. I think a lot of it is the colors as well. So let's do the inside. And while I'm doing the inside, I want to tell you all about something that's coming tomorrow, October 1st, and it will be going on the entire month of October. It is awesome. It is another starter kit special. So the starter kit, I will tell you, is our best deal because it is always 20% off. You get $125 of your choice of products for $99. It always ships free, so you're only going to add tax to that. Yeah. So, and it's just like the best deal, right? Where else in the catalog are you going to get 20% off and free shipping? So, so 24/7, 365 days a year, it is the best deal. In October, it's going to be an even better deal because you will get an extra $30 of product, your choice still. And so that will be $155 in product, still for only $99. Okay, how cute is that? Really loving that. So it's just a really good deal. Now I know you're like, ooh, starter kit. Does that mean I'm a demonstrator? Yes, it does. But as a demonstrator, you are not obligated to do anything beyond the starter kit. So I have people that have purchased the starter kit and have never done another thing. And then they go right back to just being a happy customer. I have had people who have purchased the starter kit and hung around for quite a while and enjoyed the discount because you get a 20% minimum discount all the time on all your personal orders. So that's a nice bonus. It's also an amazing way to make friends. So I have friends that I know from just being a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator that I never would have met otherwise. And I have heard again and again and again lately how hard it is to make friends as a grown-up. So, and I will attest to that. Here we go. A testimonial. Betty did it. It was a great deal. So, and Betty went back to being a happy customer. And I will tell you, I think I can out her. Penny also did it, and Penny has continued on to be a discount diva on my team. So she does not hold parties or sell to other people. She just enjoys her discount. So that's an awesome, awesome thing. So I want to just reiterate for you visual learners like me. So normally you get $125 for $99, which is a 20% discount. Okay. But during October, you'll get $155 for that same $99, which is more than 35% discount. Oh, that's terrible. The handwriting, not the deal. The deal is amazing. So, yes, the other cool thing you get when you're a demonstrator is you get to get products first. Yes, Penny can't resist a discount. Penny's a smart person. Be like Penny. So yes, you get to get products first. So like tomorrow, October 1st is also a fun day for us demonstrators because we will have new online exclusives that are unveiled to us tomorrow, and we can pre-order them throughout the month of October, and they'll be available for customers in November. But we get them a month early, so you can be the first to get products. You get your discount. You can meet some friends. And you get to go to fun demonstrator-only events. Some of them are virtual, some of them are in person, so there's kind of something for everybody there as well. Okay, enough of the spiel for right now, but if you are interested, there is a link in the video description so you can learn more and click to sign up. So it's painless, it's fabulous, but yeah, definitely wait till tomorrow, October 1st. So our first stepped up sample that I've got for you tonight, I've added another color, Petunia Pop. I've gone full strength with all of the colors and added another layer of that, plus the ribbon. I've added that punch to kind of give it some dimension, right? So, and here's that other wheel. So we've got the star wheel and we've got just your basic wheel. We've got both of the inserts for cars. There's two, and then the stepped up version. I have done that same thing, but then I added let me see if I can get the light to catch it. There we go. The metal plate 3D embossing folder, which I thought was very, industrial. So I thought that'd be cool. And then I've added some sequins here too, to the sentiment. So there you go. There are your 3 samples, depending on what kind of crafter you are, how much supplies you have, how much time you have, right? There's something for everybody here. And the nice thing is you can start here on the left and go, okay, I'm pretty simple. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing, but this is pretty easy. And then as you get more supplies and get more skilled, you can graduate to that middle card. And then again, you can graduate to the right side. And you can go back and forth as much as your heart desires. So, all right, let me pop up here and chat with you because the other thing I want to remind you of is a free event for everybody, and that is World Card Making Day, which is this Saturday, October 5th. And so Stampin' Up! Will have a free event, but you do need to register for it so that they will send you the link. And I am going to pop that link into the comments here. So you can go there and just register for it. They will email you the link. And then on Saturday, I think it's around 2 or 3 o'clock Central Time. All the details are on that link though. But it's an afternoon, it's a 1-hour session that they're going to do a craft along. You can either craft along with them or you can just watch. And also I believe you'll have access to the recording so you can rewatch and rewatch. So if you do decide that you love the products they're using and you want to order them and then go back and do it, you can do it. So, all righty. It's hard to remember, SIP. It is. You're welcome. I'm glad I could remind you. I know I forget about it too. And I always, quite frankly, when I was done Friday night, at this point, I went, I think I'm done. But I just felt like usually I had bling or something, but Russ looked at it and said, nope, you're done. So, it is nice to just rein it in sometimes and go, yep, that's good. All righty. So that's all I have for you tonight. Thank you so much again for joining me. If you picked up a tip or grabbed some inspiration, then I'd invite you to share the video so that your friends and family can also get that inspiration. Until next week, I'm still Nan Gerlitz. Happy stamping.